Mentor is someone who has already done what you want to do and is successful at doing it. Don't find an advisor. An advisor is someone who tells you how to do it, but may not have personally done it. Money is one form of power, but what is more powerful is financial education. Money comes and goes, but if you have the education about how money works, you gain power over it and can begin building wealth. The reason positive thinking alone does not work is because most people went to school and never learned how money works, so they spend their lives working for money. You must know the difference between an asset and a liability, and buy assets. What I know makes me money. What I don't know loses me money. Every time I've been arrogant, I have lost money. Because when I'm arrogant, I truly believe that what I don't know is not important. Money is one form of power, but what is more powerful is financial education. Money comes and goes, but if you have the education about how money works, you gain power over it and can begin building wealth. If you have read this far, arrogance is not one of your problems. Arrogant people rarely read or listen to experts. Why should they? They are the center of the universe. You only need to be generous with what you have. Just as inside every problem lies an opportunity, inside every disappointment lies a priceless gem of wisdom. Whenever you find yourself avoiding something you know you should be doing, then the only thing to ask yourself is, what's in it for me? Be a little greedy. It's the best cure for laziness. Your brain can be your most powerful asset, but if not used properly, it can be your most powerful liability. Money is a powerful force. Don't use it against you. If your self-discipline and financial intelligence are low, money will run over you. It will be smarter than you to take over your life. All people need to sit down and question themselves. What would my life be like if I never had to work again? What would I do if I had all the money I need? There is a difference between being poor and being broke. Broke is temporary. Poor is eternal. The skills of selling and marketing are difficult for most people, primarily due to their fear of rejection. The better you are at communicating, negotiating, and handling your fear of rejection, the easier life is. Rich Dad explained to me that the hardest part of running a company is managing people. Often in the real world, it's not the smart who get ahead, but the bold. Instead of looking for a job, look for problems that need to be solved. You cannot bring about prosperity by discouraging thrift. You cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. You cannot help the wage earner by pulling down the wage payer. You cannot further the brotherhood of man by encouraging class hatred. You cannot help the poor by destroying the rich. You cannot keep out of trouble by spending more than you earn. You cannot build character and courage by taking away man's initiative and independence. You cannot help men permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. One of the reasons the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and the middle class struggles in debt is because the subject of money is taught at home, not in school. Most of us learn about money from our parents. So what can a poor parent tell their child about money? They simply say, stay in school and study hard. The child may graduate with excellent grades, but with a poor person's financial programming and mindset. You become what you study. Most people want everyone else in the world to change, but themselves. They spend their lives minding someone else's business and making that person rich. If you're the kind of person who is waiting for the right thing to happen, you might wait for a long time. It's waiting for all the traffic lights to be green for 5 miles before you'll start your trip. We're all heroes at something and cowards at something else. The real skill is to manage and reward the people who are smarter than you in some technical area. That's why companies have a board of directors. Having no money should not be an excuse not to learn. Invest first in education. In reality, the only real asset you have is your mind, the most powerful tool we have dominion over. To obtain financial freedom, one must either be a business owner, an investor, or both, generating passive income, particularly on a monthly basis. Time is one of your greatest assets. It is not real estate, gold, stocks, hard work, or money that makes you rich. It is what you know about real estate, gold, stocks, hard work, and money that makes you rich. Ultimately, it is your financial intelligence that makes you rich. Social welfare is destroying the soul of America. Social programs are cancers growing within the spirit of the people they were created to serve. Social programs do not make people stronger. They keep people weak, depending on the government to solve their problems. They are in such a hurry to make money that they eventually both lose time and money. I added, they want to do things on their own rather than invest in a little study. He understood that every person has a weak and needy part of their soul that can't be bought, and he knew that every individual also had a part of their soul that was resilient and can never be bought. It was only a question of which one was stronger. Study hard so you can find a good company to buy. Getting back the difference between a saver and an investor, there is one word that separates them, and that word is leverage. Definition of leverage is the ability to do more with less. Finding your path in life is your goal in life. 9 out of 10 businesses fail. It is because they focus on the product and not on the entire structure of the business. If your mind is open to opposing ideas, your intelligence will go up. Using other people's money is literally the best way to reduce your taxes in the quadrant. That's because you can take deductions for the purchases you make with other people's money. Depreciation on real estate is a particularly great way to take tax benefits on someone else's money. You get a deduction not just for the portion of the real estate you paid for with your own money, but you also get a depreciation deduction for the portion paid with the bank's money.